All right, we're going to try that connection to Umhlanga now. Our reporter, Mawande Kheswa, is with the police. They've been conducting raids on parties, undercover taverns and parties happening, apparently, despite level 4 regulations. Mawande, good evening to you. Tell us exactly what the police have been doing in this raid.
Good evening, Sally. Well, the police embarked on a multidisciplinary operation between the Department of Economic Development as well as the Department of Transport, Community Safety and Liaison. The targeted area was the upmarket Umhlanga area, where they visited a number of restaurants as well as retailers. For the most part, they reported that compliance was something that was being upheld. It was something that they found to be happening on the ground with regards to the establishments that we visited. There was one establishment which has been closed for quite some time now, and the reason behind that was that they were operating with a fraudulent liquor license, and that business was closed indefinitely, and it's been a couple of months. It was before the new adjusted level 4 lockdown restrictions, and what they're saying is that this approach is something that had been done previously as well, and them visiting these establishments is what led to the closure of that business, and they will be continuing with those. We then moved on to the M4 North, heading to Umhlanga and Belito, where behind me you might be able to see the police are now just preparing to leave. They had instituted a roadblock here where they were checking vehicles for COVID-19 compliance as well as other offences. 180 vehicles were stopped since 5:30. 52 prosecutions have taken place for various offences such as unlicensed vehicles, unroaded vehicles and so forth. They say this is to ensure that people are wearing masks and complying with COVID regulations. No vehicles were found to have alcohol in them, and no drunken drivers were identified. So police say for the most part they've found that motorists have been rather compliant.
So my understanding, Mawande, is that there have been videos on social media of sort of underground parties where everyone's drinking and having a big jolt. Is that what sparked these raids?
From the information that I have, there has been information that landed in the hands of officials to say that there have been people who've been taking advantage and holding those types of gatherings. And this is something that's also part of that. But they also do say that it's not necessarily that those videos sparked the law enforcement operations. They have been doing these operations throughout the various levels of lockdown, and for the majority of them, I have been part of them to witness the various departments ensuring that there is compliance. But indeed, some of those gatherings are behind the heightened level of officers and officials ensuring that there is compliance.
Yeah, and I suppose this sort of raid, this sort of visibility is very much sending the message that don't chance it, don't try and break those lockdown regulations by holding a party or a gathering. Thank you so much for bringing us that update live this evening from Umhlanga. That is our reporter in the Durban area, Mawande Kheswa.